Who thought that when we were celebrating Retro Round, would be going back to peak 2021 Collingwood? Let's talk about that loss. So, oh God, there's so many things to say. And it was one of those games where I thought it was going to be a good game, like a good battle sort of thing. And we kind of got that. But we looked really lackluster at times. And besides that second quarter, we just really didn't kick it off. Like we scored 3 goals in that second half. And I posted on Instagram that it was an insipid performance. And it really was. Like this was the game where we needed to win, try and secure top 2 spot. Now it's 3 losses in 4 weeks, and we're one of the most out of form teams. And that can be blamed on a lot of things, and you can make a lot of excuses and stuff like that, but we just didn't look up to it tonight. At the drop of the ball, Brisbane were there. Behind the ball, Brisbane were there. If there was no pressure, we'd be kicking it long in hopes. Brisbane were there. We were outgunned, outclassed, outperformed, and now we're out of top spot. Now, this game, I think, was lost at the selection table. I really do. And I know when I was doing my preview, I was like, we might get a couple of players back and it'll be good. We'll look good. We're going to get Frampton back, Bobby Hill. And then when I did my team talk, it's like, oh, no, okay, Bobby Hill and Jordan to go. Like, that's exciting. It was good that we got them both back. But then for Bobby Hill to be named as the substitute when he's been off for only 5 or so weeks, and he's that excitement machine. He's the guy that you need in that forward line, doing like that pressuring and stuff like we don't have because we don't have Bo in there. And I thought Jordan De Goey, for the most part, did pretty well. It looked like the plan was to have him until 3/4 time or whatever it was, had 75% of game time, whatever, and then go and play. I thought he was good in patches, kicked that really nice goal. I still think maybe he was a little bit underdone, or if anything, have him as the sub, have Bobby start on the field because that's what we were missing. We were missing that pressure forward because all of our forwards were getting manhandled and no free kicks or anything like that. And Schultz had to do it all himself with no Bo McCurry in there. We look best when we have Bobby on the field from the start. So I think putting him as a sub, and the thing about putting him as the sub was that we had Markov in the forward line. What do you mean? What's the point of having a half-backer in the forward line? Oh, but he could have been playing a defensive football. He wasn't really. He's not forward. I love Markov. I love when he's running off that halfback line and creating and having that speed and that breaking of the lines, right? But if you're going to have him in the forward line, have Bobby in there instead. It just to me, it just didn't make sense. To me, the selection didn't make sense. I thought Charlie Dean had a great game against Richmond, and when he got named over Billy Frampton, I'm like, oh, okay, look, they want to give Billy Frampton another week. Maybe they just weren't seeing things in his body, in his legs, and they want to give him another week. Charlie Dean, what can I say? When Billy Frampton and Jeremy Howe come back, Charlie Dean is out of this side, and he's been serviceable. He's not the big fullback that we need. He's had to do his job, and albeit he was not that good today. And people will come I've seen comments and tweets and messages and, oh, Darcy Moore this, Darcy Moore that, Darcy Moore this, Darcy Moore that. Darcy Moore hasn't been able to play his own game for 6 or 7 weeks since Billy Frampton's went down, since Jeremy Howe has gone down. Today, he's not only had to try and play his role, he's had to play that defensive zone for Josh Dacos to let him free, for Dan Houston, for Charlie Dean. He can't trust these sort of, he couldn't trust Charlie Dean enough. So he had to come off his man. Then it leaves his man free. Then he's getting tired. And then we have Darcy Moore out, and Dan McStay has to come back. Like, it's these little things where it just stops your momentum. And this is why I'm saying that I felt like one of the main reasons was that we lost it at selection. It was because of all of these things, It just, we were 10 points clear on top, and now we probably won't even finish in the top 2 if, like, we need to win all these next 3 games. We need to win all these next 3 games, and they're not easy. Hawthorn, Adelaide, and then Melbourne. Right, Melbourne's probably the only easiest one out of those 3. But you still need to go up to Adelaide. We'll be lucky to finish in the top 4 if we keep playing the way that we're playing. It's just frustrating. It's just really frustrating. And I come on here every single week and I try and spin it into positives and stuff like that, and I will spin it into positives. But when you're getting beaten around the ball in contested possession, in marks, and Brisbane were just eating us up. They weren't letting us play our game, and that's credit to Brisbane. Like credit to them, they played incredibly. They played really really well. So credit to them. But that second quarter, we looked great, and then we just dropped off. We got complacent, and a couple of times journos have mentioned, "Have you lost the spark? Do you need that sort of spark to Craig McRae?" And I don't question Craig, right? Because I love him. I love everything that he does. Um, and I really believe in the messaging and all that sort of stuff. But when we get that 14th win, and he comes out and says, "We got our 14th win. We qualified when we go again." I think like the guys just got complacent. Then we start losing those games, that we should have been winning. We win one of Gold Coast and Fremantle, and we're not having this conversation right now. We might have still lost today, but we're not having this conversation right now. But I think the boys just got too complacent. Was there, I'm all for managing minutes and managing players and doing all this stuff to have a good September. Yeah, I agree with all of that. But and this is a double-edged sword, right? Now hear me out, because I'm about to say, did we go too far? Did we turn the needle too far? Because now we're losing. But then if we're winning, I'm saying, yeah, this was a good thing. So I know I can't, I can't have it both ways. I can't have it both ways. But looking at it now, have we been too precautious with some of these players? Like, why are we having a fit Billy Frampton in the VFL and playing Charlie Dean on these big forwards? And why are we giving these legacy games to Patrick Voss, to Logan Morris, the youngest player to kick six goals in the MCG since Buddy Franklin? Henry Smith comes in, kicks 2 or 3 goals, whatever it was. It's like, come on, man. Like what are we doing? Like, are we having a laugh right now? Are we having an absolute laugh right now? It just these sort of things just aren't making sense. And another thing with selection, Tom Mitchell had a great game last week. Ned Long had 9 possessions, 5 turnovers. He went at 20 or something percent disposal efficiency. I think he was playing a bit of a run with Tagarol and Lockie Neal, who had 36 disposals anyway. I love Ned Long. I love what he's been able to do this season. But I said it, and I said it in my preview. When it comes to games like these, finals pressure, I want to see Ned Long and Tom Mitchell on the same team, see what they can do. Like, if you told me right now, who do you prefer, Mitchell or Ned Long? I'm going with Mitchell. He has that experience. He's yes, okay. Sometimes he'll grab it and fluff it forward, but he's not trying to do anything pretty. He's that in and under player. And when it came to contested possessions, and when we were losing contested possessions and losing clearances, Mitchell would have been that guy, and we just didn't have that today. So I really do think that it all came down to selection for us. Like, we got absolutely monstered in the clearances. Like, it's not even funny. Like, in the center, we were just getting killed. And it wasn't even just the center. It was like just around the ground. Look, we were negative 16 clearances around the ground in stoppages. And we just weren't getting into good positions, the great positions. We looked a little bit stagnant. Some of the guys can hold their head up high. I thought Lockie Schultz had an incredible game. I thought Steele Sybon had an incredible game. Nick Dacos, for the most part, not so much the second half. Josh Dacos did all he could, but there were just players out of position. And again, it all comes back down to selection. Now, it would be remiss of me, and I know if opposition supporters watch this, they're going to think I'm a sook, and I don't give a fuck anymore, to be honest, right? The umpiring was diabolical, right? And I'm not saying, free kick count or anything like this or blah, blah, blah. Like, you watch that game on replay, and there was some things. Harry Perryman punches the ball, spoils the ball in a marking contest. It bounces out. He gets called for insufficient intent. Like, it's just, and the kicks that were 15 meters, they were going 8 meters, and then Brisbane get it and they go up the other end. Like, there was just some things that were just absolutely shocking, absolutely shocking. And Greg Swan, is that who it is? Needs to absolutely look at this game, because that was shithousery. If any of those umpires get finals, we're all absolutely cooked. Now, a couple more things that I wanted to chat about. That's not really. Oh no, it is football wise. Look, I'll never tell people what to do, what to believe, whatever, right? But one thing that I'm very strong on is staying until the end of the game. I don't care if we're down by 10 points, I don't care if we're down by 80 points. I will listen to the opposition's siren and the opposition's song even if it kills me. I want to feel that hurt, right? That's me. To see Collingwood supporters leaving the ground halfway through the fourth quarter, honestly, to me, it's pathetic. Like that's my opinion. You might have a different one, but for everything that this team has done for us, and we've seen games won after the siren. We saw, last week with Nasai Wayne Milera, kick the winning goal with 8 seconds left after the siren, and their supporters left there as well. For what we've been able to do for the last 4 years, fight right to the end, the players deserve to see us there. They've earned our respect to see us there right until the end. Is it because you want to beat the traffic by 10 minutes or something? Like, you can't have your cake and eat it too, right? We're not Mary Antoinette here. You can't jump out at 3/4 time or 10 minutes into the fourth quarter because we're losing, and then want to secure finals tickets because we're winning all of a sudden. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's something that you'll never ever see me do. And sometimes I won't do swooping around at the end of the game because no one wants to talk. There's no one there. Everyone's left already, right? But I will never ever ever leave a game early. The second thing I want to talk about is, and I've never said this before, and I'm a bit rolled up, is the cheer squad. How do the Lions cheer squad out cheer us at our home game? Madonna, tell me how? How? In that first quarter, I get it. We kicked 2 goals, right? But even then, in that second quarter, yeah, we're cheering and we're loud, but it's still a little bit quiet. I don't know if the cheer squad is scared of something or scared of people from the outside saying, "Oh, they got the chant going and they're down by 10." I don't like. We know we in 2023 our whole thing was 19th man, 19th man, 19th man, and now we don't have that. We don't have that 19th man. And I'm not saying that after every goal there needs to be that Collingwood chant. There doesn't need to be. It can be Magpies, dun dun, Magpies, dun dun, or Collingwood, bum bum bum, dun 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 dun. You know what I mean? Like, the Brisbane Lions were chanting Lions, Lions. We can go in Magpies. We can do so many things just to cheer the boys up and G them up. I wasn't hearing it. And I know when we kick 1 goal in the third quarter, it is what it is. You can't really say much. But you need to just keep going and you need to be louder. Like, I don't know. Like, I've never come for the cheer squad before, and I just really, really noticed that. Even Dad, at the end of the game, turned to me and goes, "Were the cheer squad even fucking there? Like, it didn't even sound like anything." So that's another gripe I had. But now we're getting to the pointy end of the season. Well, we're in the pointy end of the season. We have 3 weeks to steer the ship. Starting next week, Billy Howe, Frampton, and Mitchell should all come back in. I think Bo's still got a week left, so he'll probably come back in for the Adelaide game. We need to start getting tighter with our squad because we can't be doing this managing. Next week has to be the strongest squad we've fielded for, what are we in, round 22? For 22 weeks. Has to be the strongest squad. Has to be, no word about it. We have to hit Hawthorn on Thursday with absolutely everything that we have. I know that they're going to correct it. The positives are that the players that are returning, and it was only 27 points. And I know we can turn it around. That's a positive. I know we can turn this around. We showed glimpses of it. The second quarter was incredible. We need to just play like that for a wider period of time because it's a tight game. There's 1.5 games separating second and ninth place or something like that. It's crazy. I don't want to travel first week of finals. I don't make enough money to travel first week of finals. I want to play the first final at the MCG. I don't want to go out in straight sets. We have to turn the ship around now. Come on, let's go. Let's G up. Let's fucking go. Let's get to Hawthorn. Let's absolutely smash them on Thursday night. I'm ready to go. Let me know your thoughts down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. Let's go. Up the mags, double shackers.